place you've ever imagined, it's real. There is a fictional city in your mind and you know every corner of it. Your mind is a world. Each of us is a place. Every place you've ever imagined, it's real. There is a fictional city in your mind and you know every corner of it. Your mind is a world. Each of us is a place.
Yo, what's going on, everyone? We can go ahead and pause the music real quick. We can pause the music real quick. Actually, talking to you guys might help keep me awake a little bit. So, we have made some major progress on this plotting out this drawing. My only goal for the weekend is to get the layout, and then my goal for all of next week is to get the line art for Yugi, and the goal for all the week after that is to get the line work for Kaiba. And then if I spend a week after that coloring, then I should still get this in prints of this in hand on time for my convention season. However, I feel like we're a bit ahead of schedule, so I'm not gonna lie. I would really like to finish it sooner. This is the first time I've ever done one of these massive projects where I feel like I'm ahead of schedule. Exo, what's going on, man? Happy Saturday. What you got going on today? I think this is the most fun I've ever had doing one of these massive drawings. While I am a major Pokemon fan, and I grew up with Dragon Ball, I think I've been more invested, not just financially, but like emotionally invested in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh so hardcore, like so fucking hardcore. And nice progress. Thank you. How's everything going for you? Are you getting all your supplies ready? Oh, man. Yeah, man. You should go and take your time. Your artwork, that kind of stuff can wait. Do you know, during that 6 months, I mean, technically I'm still taking care of my wife now, right? But like during that 6 months when it was just really, really bad, I did my best to get as much work in as I could, but this is how I tell I've matured, as just like a person. There was never a part of me that was ever just like, fuck, I'm like, I wish I could work more, you know? There was never a time during that where I felt like that at all. Which is weird. Well, not weird, but I mean, like, take it back rewind it 5 years, and I don't think there's any situation where I would have been okay taking that kind of time off, you know? Like, zero situation. So, yeah, just, if you go, just fucking just go. Just take your time and just go. That's it. This all this bullshit, this stuff will wait. We're broadcasting in color today. There you go. That's all you can do. You know what I'm saying? Can you hear my dog snoring though? Okay, the twin-headed thunder dragon on the card actually has one head but two mouths. On the anime, it has two heads. Which one do we do? The design is different in the anime. We do the anime version, right? Kaiba has a lot of dragons that have multiple heads. That's fucking weird. As I was drawing all of Yugi's monsters, they're all like legendary. Like every single one of his monsters is just like, oh yeah, it's that. Even his fucking Beaver Warrior up here in the corner, like, oh yeah, that's Beaver Warrior. Yeah, like 90% of Kaiba's cards are garbage. 90% of Kaiba's cards are forgettable. Like you're gonna be like, when did he fucking play Possessed Dark Soul? He played it once against when he dueled against Jinzo in the virtual reality realm. Oh, don't ask me how I remember that, but basically, basically, he got cards like that, like garbage ass cards. My older dog has an upset stomach. She has some diarrhea. So I've been nursing her all night, taking care of the wife, working on this drawing. I did sleep at the desk for like 2 hours. Like we had a like a four, what was it, like a 3 or 4 hour stream last night, and then I just passed out, like I said I would. But instead of disrupting the dogs who were asleep and disrupting my wife who was passed out, I was just like, I'm just gonna lay my head on the desk, and I like, I had like, here's the desk right here, right? All right, this is the profile view of the desk. I literally had just like my chin, like right here. Like, like that's me. That was me. For like 2 hours. I woke up, I'm like, oh shit, it's like 7 o'clock. Okay. Yeah, I'm really tired. I'm just excited to draw this thing, dude. I'm like hella into this drawing, man. It's been a while. It's been a while. Also, for the first time, we talked about this last night on stream. For the first time, I'm actually gonna draw every character is gonna be on their own layer. Normally, all my line art is on one layer, but for this one, they're all gonna be individual layers because I feel like I'm going to be using them for something else. Yeah, what's going on with that? Yeah, my puppy, my little dog, had some diarrhea, had some issues, a couple days ago. Maybe something's going around, and we're pretty vigilant about what she puts in her mouth too. So, and we haven't changed her food. She just all of a sudden, but then it went away. I was a little worried because like the older dog, we changed her diet, so that's why she's just having some issues, you know, converting over. But we know with a puppy, you could be like, oh shit, it's parvo or something, right? But it's not. She's fine. This will be the last collage that we finish until at least September. You know, I was thinking about it, and because I haven't been hardcore back at cons, and again, I've talked about this before, but I want to talk about it again because I'm actually very excited. Um, the last time I was really hardcore at cons was like right before COVID, right? And COVID hit, and then I've been to cons sporadically since then. I haven't even done 10 conventions since 2020, right? Um, so that means I have the Marvel vs. Capcom, which was new. I finished that during COVID. Animal Crossing, which I finished during COVID. Um, Updated League of Legends, which we did last October. I've only shown it 3 times. The updated Overwatch, which I haven't even printed yet. The Ninja Turtles piece, which is brand new. You know, that's 5 pieces right there. Then we have this one right here. And then for the Dragon Ball piece, I only toured with that for like 6 months in 2019. So as I go back to the cons this year, I'm actually even hitting a lot of new locations this year too. So I basically, once I finish this Yu-Gi-Oh piece, I basically have a full inventory of brand new stuff that I haven't sold at shows. Because in 2019, I was still selling 50/50 original concept art and fan art. Do you know that? Up until 19, yeah. So oh, what's on? Big shout outs to my neighbor at the Cherry Blossom Festival who emailed me a list of her setup. I'm not gonna lie, this table setup cost me like $350 to get all the parts for it because it's comprised of camera mounting parts. Like my favorite brand of camera gear is called Small Rig. That's what I use for like all my camera gear. And it never occurred to me that you could use their stuff because it's designed to be very strong, temperature resistant, and incredibly lightweight. So my entire setup, though it was a bit expensive, my entire setup's not even 10 pounds. I'm talking about top to bottom, not even 10 pounds. And now I don't, you know how I carry that big body bag, that long golf case, right? That long golf case where I put the pipes and I put the tubes and stuff in there. I don't have to carry that at all. I could just shove the setup in my backpack. Oh my god, it's gonna be lit. No, here, I'll show you. So these are for those who are unfamiliar with like camera gear, camera gear is designed to be very strong, very lightweight because you got to carry it everywhere, right? So so there's 2 in these, right? And I have a total of 28. But each of these is they're weighed in ounces. Like they're ounces, so they're really lean too, but they are super fucking strong. So that you just get the double male side, right? Because they have a thread in here, a quarter-inch thread. No, it's an M12 thread. My bad. And then because they are 1 foot each, I can now adapt my setup to literally any con that it says you can only be this high, you can only be this low. So I got them in measurement in increments of 12, so now I could just there's no situation where I won't be able to match the exact height, right? So basically you just have these. Here, I'll draw it out for you. I'm so excited. Like I'm so happy with how this came out. And if you have to go, just let me know, Exo. But yeah. Trying to stay organized here. Okay, so shit. All right, so it's basically where I decided I wanted to commit to a setup that sits on the table. Like I don't want to use. There's a big trend going on in conventions right now where they don't want you, where they're getting really strict about having big, displays that sit behind the table. Like they're getting very strict about that lately. So I decided to go all in and commit 100% to a display that sits on the table and only on the table. You know what I mean? I don't want to have like a bunch of different setups. I want one universal setup, right? So, and we'll get back to the drawing, but Exo and I, we're convention artists, so we like to talk about this kind of stuff. So, let me zoom in. You can actually see what the fuck's going on. What I have going on consists of 4 clamps, and all of this stuff is the camera gear. So it's very strong and it's incredibly lightweight, very slim too. Like I have those, they're like C clamps, but they're so thin. Like I could put them on the side of the table and they like barely protrude. Yeah. And all of that is that heavy metal. And then I just have double male sides, and then it's like it's those rods that I showed you. So it's a pretty, it's not the most revolutionary setup, right? But and then I have clamps up top, which again are super duper thin, lightweight. And they all come with individual boxes too, so I'm just like, oh, this is gonna be real easy to pack. So yeah, these. This is the most like artist alley looking table that I have, but you know me, I'm bougie. I can't just have. You know how when people have their artist alley set up, sometimes their pipes are like different colors. I'll kill myself if that was like that. It would drive me crazy. You know how it's like the bass pipes are black and then they'll have like a red one up top and like a green one going forward. No. So anyway, this super duper lightweight. But yeah, anyway, stick like that. Pretty simple. And then I actually designed it so I have a cage like this. So it goes front and back. And yeah. And these are all adjustable so I can widen them however long I want. And yeah. And I do the measurements, and my prints are 3 foot by 2 foot. My prints are 2 foot wide, right? My big ones, which is the average size of an artist alley table. So it's perfect. I'm gonna have this boxed in, completely boxed in look for the table, right? And that's it. Yeah, it's a pretty simple design. It's not nothing revolutionary. It's a very common design that you see in the artist alley, but it never occurred to me to use, you know, the supplies from the camera company the camera gear company that I actually really like. Um, yeah, I could throw all of it in my backpack. I'm not even gonna check it in. I'm not gonna throw it in my carry-on or anything. So, um, yeah, man, can't wait to show it off. I actually have some cool ideas that I'm gonna do. But yeah, I'm excited because that's gonna make traveling so much easier and less stressful and all that stuff. But you know, sometimes when you're carrying a bunch of heavy gear, you're all sweaty and stuff when you're flying into cons and you're just lugging it from the airport and shit. It's awful. Anyway, I wanted to share that with you because I'm very excited. Um, yes, no more having to check in oversized bags, you know, or overweight bags rather. But also I could bring more inventory now too because I've been able to do the math and I have my backpack, right, which is the carry-on, and then my personal item is a small little luggage. That's where I put all my 11 by 17s, right? Um and then I could fit all my and then I have one check-in bag, which will half of that will be clothes, and then the other half of that will be large prints. And that's kind of like, and then my display, all these pipes, they go in my backpack. Technically I could go with just that. So before I used to have a second this is a big roller with wheels. You know what I'm talking about? My golf case. That's where I used to put my pipes, and I would put extra prints in there. But now we don't need all that. So I can now pack I can now pack just one extra luggage. I'm gonna get a clone of this luggage right here. And it's gonna be like 100% prints. Anyway, I'm just super excited because as one of the things I really disliked about traveling and flying for conventions was the hassle of all that stuff, man. And you know, a lot of the artists who have been doing this for a long time, and like my friends, they've gone bigger and more bombastic with their displays. You know, that's how I was doing. That's why I got the pro panels and the 12-foot tall pipes and all that stuff. I think the secret is to not do that. So rather than making these crazy, amazing, huge 12-foot displays like, you know, where everyone was headed towards, I'm pulling it back, and I am gonna, the idea, okay, Exo, hear me out here. I would like to share this piece of wisdom with you. Yeah, I'm sure you know this already, but I'd like to share this with you based on my experience. When you're displaying your artwork at a show, right? You could have your table, and then you have your like your backdrop, right? And it's behind you. However many feet it is behind you, right? And then like you're here and you're in between your prints, and the people are walking by, and they're looking, right? I used to do, and you remember my old videos, I used to have frames up front, like with the big versions of my prints, right? Um, and that would catch so much attention. Like people would, and it's not just because my drawings are so fucking crazy, but it's because it was big and it was in their face, right? Now, even if you have big ones back here, it's not the same. So what is going on with my pressure sensitivity? Okay, there we go. And then once I stopped doing these frames on the table, I'm not gonna lie, my engagement went down. Engagement as in when I had them up front, you would get people walking by with their friends. They'd be like, "Whoa, what's that? What's that?" Because they could like see it and they could like touch it, right? So in my opinion, instead of making this back bigger, I think I yield better results when I just get things up in their face, closer. So that's why this new display is good, because I'm behind everything. So everything is just going to be up in their face. Big, big, big. Closer, closer, closer. No, prints, you want them to be as big and clear and as close as possible. And I don't think that having the big, tall, with LED backdrop, you know, where like your table's like this, and it's like this big. This is just me. I don't think that shit matters anymore. I think peak convention goers are so desensitized because fucking everyone has that. I don't think this matters right here. Anyway, just observations that I've been making, the few shows that I've done coming back. If you could figure out a way to get your artwork onto the table, closer to them. Nothing behind you. Not to say that this doesn't work. I'm just saying, with the amount of hassle it is to travel with that and set it up, and how expensive these big pipes can be. I don't know, man. That's just sharing my opinion on that. This is an observation I've been making. Yeah, you know, because it's far. That's far. Like what I was showing here. Say the backdrop is behind you. They're right here. They're not going to be touching the table. So there's a little, like, let's say there's 3 feet right here. The table itself is usually 2 feet. And then you're standing there. You know, you're putting, most people will put this shit like 4 feet, right? So you're talking about, you got like 7 to 10 feet between their eyes and these right here. Oh, yeah. So you had the cage style, and they stayed just looking at everything because they could actually see everything. Oh yeah, you still want to have your window large enough so that you can. Noon, what's up? We're just talking about, yeah, we're just talking about some different approaches to setting up an artist table these days. Let me see. Click. Well, I mean, it was 2 feet wide, right? 2 feet wide. How tall was that? That seemed like an okay amount of space that you had there. Yeah, see your setup right there. That is what I find to be the most effective. Like, because it's just up in their face, right? And I find that's more effective than the backdrop. That was good. Okay. You officially started studying to get licensed as an engineer. Oh, huzzah. How long is that training for all that? Yeah, Exo. So basically your setup, except I don't want to deal with grids. But I actually they're so heavy when you know how it is. So I can't fly with them. Anyway, what you have there, I think is an optimal setup compared to the backdrops that we used to use. I know you have a backdrop version of that, right? Um I think any con you go to, I think you should do that from now on. Just my opinion. I think you should do that from now on. And again, this is not anything innovative. People have been doing setups like this since before you and I started doing this. It's just I don't know. I'm finally discovering fire, I guess. Go at your own pace. So next month, right? Anyway, that's my take on the current state of Artist Alley. I feel like the backdrops, it's one of those things where I think the escalation has got too high. That it's not saying that it's bad. I'm saying I don't think people care. I don't think attendees care. You want like maybe like 6-7 years ago when you walk up and there's like a 20-foot tall triple pipe display with like 100 different prints. Maybe they thought that was impressive, but I don't think so anymore. So scale it back. That's me this whole year, man. That's me this whole like moving forward with everything, man. I'm just like calm the fuck down. Like that's me now. Kind of want to bring table back and make like a little walk area. Don't do that. Like a little walk-in area, don't do that. People don't walk into like, you know how people have exhibitor spots, or you know how people, like, let's say you have a 10x10 and then people make, you know, like they have their merch and they have it like a you know what I'm talking about, and then they leave it open here. Now if it's like Gundam models or something, that's one thing, but if it's pretty universal that if you could avoid this design, you should avoid it. Every artist who I've ever talked to, including myself, I've tried this before. It just doesn't work. Like, people don't want to walk in. I don't fucking know why, but they don't. It works for some people. I know some people who, when they get exhibitor spots, they'll set it about right here. Like, they'll have their setup like this, but then they'll have the table where they sit about halfway through with like their register. That works. That works. But when you have it all the way back, that's no good. So that's why when you get exhibitor spots and it's like 10x10, when you get an exhibitor spot and it's 10x10, you don't have to utilize the whole space. Like when you have a little bit of space here, I've seen and I've talked to friends, they'll walk in. When you have it all the way back, they just don't. Unless they'll walk there to like put stuff in their backpack and stuff. Like they'll go there to tie their shoes. Like, yeah, for my 10x10s, I just put my garbage back there. Boxes and luggage and garbage. Speaking of 10x10, I appreciate y'all talking with me right now. I'm happy to take this break. Speaking of 10x10, Anime NYC Artist Alley applications opened up. And we were talking about how when you fill out the application for that show, there's 3 different kinds of artist tables you can apply for. And they're just like, check mark the one that you're interested in. So they have the regular inline 6-foot table, they have the corner 6-foot table, and then they have the premium, which is a 10x10 spot. But it's the 10x10 is not the important thing. The important thing is that it is up front of the Artist Alley. So going to New York is so expensive that every time I apply for NYC, I only check mark that one. I'm just gonna look, if I'm gonna fly out there, you're gonna give me the best spot possible or I'm not gonna go. That premium's hella expensive, but that's my point. It's like, or already, this is not sunk cost. This is reducing risk, okay? It's not sunk cost, it's reducing risk. Because if you get into the artist alley, whether it's the corner or the standard inline, you run the risk of being placed anywhere in the artist alley. But if you get that premium, you are up front. You are guaranteed up front. There's one lane, where all the front tables, yeah. Or all the tables in that front lane are the premium spots. So they're 10 by 10, but to me that's not what matters. I want the location. So I'm paying that extra to minimize the risk of getting put in the back, especially since it's so fucking expensive to show in New York anyway. So I'm just already like, Now I didn't always have the premium spot. The first 2 years of Anime NYC, I did not get the premium spot. I did not get approved for it. But then when I started filling out the application, I started only checkmarking premium, and that's when I started getting it. Oh, are they gonna have him do a live drawing there? Is he in the artist alley, or did they accept? Okay, Noon, you need to be detective for me. Did they is Aki gonna be in the annex area or in the regular artist alley? Not asking for any particular reason, not salty or anything that they didn't approve me for the annex, but you know, it is what it is. Or you might have an exhibitor spot. At Anime NYC last year, Aki Bright had an exhibitor spot and was doing a live drawing. It was really cute. I was gonna say cute, but that's disrespectful. It was cool. Gonna check my emails since we're taking a break. Well, if Aki's if he's in the artist alley, I legit can go buy it for you before the doors open, and then you can just come grab it. Like I can go shop for you because I will make my rounds. I want to go visit his booth anyway. If he's in the artist alley, if he's upstairs, I won't be allowed to go early. But if he's in the artist alley, I'll be able to free range shop before the doors open. If he's in the artist alley, I want to visit his booth anyway. So I didn't have time to go check his stuff out at uh NYC because I was too busy. All right, Possessed Dark Soul. Oh, so he is doing a live drawing. That's gonna be at the annex. Oh, I don't know. Maybe they have an exhibitor spot. Whatever. We'll find out. It's 50-50. Salty, you didn't get into AX? Hey man, it's hell hard to get into AX. Don't even worry about it. I'm actually, I'm like, my mind is blown that I got into the Artist Alley. You know what? Luckily, they changed it to jury system this year. Quote, quote, jury system. Kaiba's cards suck. It's all garbage. Jury system, it's like curated. So uh where you put in your application, then you have to submit artwork for them to review, and they check if they want your kind of artwork there. You know, they have a criteria, but sometimes they're also just kind of looking for particular kind of art, not necessarily a quality level. It's more of like a, does this artwork fit the convention? Versus the old system, which was first come, first serve. All right, so applications open at noon. Don't crash our website, guys, because if it does, well, sucks for you. The I like jury systems because it gives the illusion of a meritocracy. However, we all know goddamn well that conventions be playing favorites. I was talking with my buddy the other like a couple weeks ago. We were talking about the jury system, and he was just like, yeah, it's kind of bullshit because you know all these shows they just get who they want. They just get who they want first, and then they just let everyone else in, or like they get who they want first based on like popularity and stuff. It's not about, you know. And I told him, I was just like, well, that's part of the jury system. They want people with a lot of followers because that brings more people to the con. And I told him, I said, boy, if we ran a convention, you know, goddamn well it'd be us and all of our friends first, and then and he was just like, yeah, that's true. I'm like, why are you complaining? That's just how it is. Like, you know, we do the exact same thing. Like, it'd be Chris and Friends Con. Oh, they released that to the public already? Oh shit, we got the email for that like last week. I didn't know they released it to the public. Yeah, you see that location? They're treating me well this year. The last time I was in here, okay, pick this shit up. We're still on break technically, by the way. First year is at the Artist Alley. All right, here's the Artist Alley. Here's the entire downstairs parking garage, right? Yeah, the little entrance over here. Okay. And this was back when this half of it right here, like this is, I know they have stuff going on there, like tabletop games now, but the first year they went downstairs, which was my first time selling in the Artist Alley, it was empty over here. So you got all these rows of tables, all these sections of tables, right? No exaggeration, I was over here. I was as close to the wall as humanly possible. I still did okay, right? But then the following year, I was placed right here. So closer to the entrance. No, that wasn't the following year. So I was here year 1. And then the following year, I had a double artist alley spot in like the very center of the room. To this day, it's like my best show ever. And then the year after that, which is the last time I was in the artist alley, which was 2018, they put me up over here, and I thought it was gonna be good. This was, it was okay. It was okay, but like it got a little like it was kind of a dead zone right here. But now they put me like right here. No, B is not in the back. It goes A, B, C, D, E, like that. So based on the map they gave us, I'll be in B, but I'll be in this first like section. So I'll be just like 13 tables to the right when you walk in. They did not have an entrance over here, no. The only entrance was over here. Well, they had a couple doors over on this side. They might have opened up the doors now that there's events going on, but when I was here, there weren't. They did last year? Okay. Well, I didn't even go into the artist alley last year. I didn't even walk into it. Anyway, I don't know, all the stars are lining up. This will be a pretty lit year. I have never sold pure fan art at Anime Expo. Did you know that? There's not been a single year where I sold pure fan art. Because up until 2019, well, I only did Artist Alley and Anime Expo 16, 17, 18, and then 19, 16, 17, 18, and during those 3 years, I was doing 50% fan art, 50% original concept art. 2019, I moved upstairs into the exhibitor hall, and I did 50-50 again. And then there was no 2020, and then no 2021, and 2022, I was upstairs, and I only had original concept art. So, your boy's going down there with nothing but fan art this time. It only took a decade to get there, but I'm doing it. All right, I have to go pee. Like I've had to go pee for like 10 minutes now. I'm gonna go take care of that. We're gonna come back and we're gonna actually start drawing. Okay. Oh, I got that shakes. I'm talking about shivers. Oh my god, this Yu-Gi-Oh drawing's gonna be so fucking lit. This drawing's gonna be so dope. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, so break is over. It's time to get back to work. So the rest of the monsters that I have to play, the remaining monsters that I have to place for Kaiba's side are all garbage monsters. Like they're junk. They're not as fun to draw as Yugi's. Like literally every monster that Yugi has is like fun. It's cool. But I guess that's what happens when you get to watch him duel like all the time and you only see Kaiba every now and then. Hey, what's going on, man? Yeah, it's gonna be Yugi and Kaiba with all their monsters. Season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I'm not including Dark Side Dimensions, I'm not including Bonds Beyond Time, and I'm goddamn not including Pyramid of Light. And then I'm not including Season 0. I'm not doing like spell or trap cards. It's all monsters. You're also hella hyped. It's like you'll automatically rank up to second class after C-Skill for TIG welding. Really? Collecting E5 paychecks. Collecting E5 paychecks 6 months out of basic. Nah, we were sidetracked long before you got here. That's gonna be good, man. That's gonna be really good for your family. All the to rank up that quick. No, you don't miss Yu-Gi-Oh! You think you miss Yu-Gi-Oh! You think you do. You ever see 500 Days of Summer? Where he's all depressed and where the main guy is depressed and his sister's just like, that's because you keep thinking of all the good times. You're not thinking about all of it. You also have to think about the bad times. And that helps him get over her. That's Yu-Gi-Oh! You're just remembering the good times. You gotta remember all of it. That was a peak Zoe Deschanel. She went downhill after that. I mean, she's still cute, but like that was her at her, that was prime. I actually really enjoy the filmmaking in that movie. It's directed by the guy who directed The Amazing Spider-Man 2. His name's Mark Webb. I swear to God, he got that job on Spider-Man. Like, why would you hire the guy who did 500 Days of Summer to do Spider-Man? It's because his last name is Webb. I'm convinced that's why. You understand spiders, right? What's he gonna do? Turn down the Spider-Man job? Like, yeah. So what's your average per day to hit that number by the end of the year? I'll get back in the gym eventually. One day. But it is not this day. Well, once I finish this Yu-Gi-Oh piece, basically once my convention stuff is completely lined up and I don't have to produce any more artwork, I'll be able to focus on like my health. So do you like to spread it out throughout the day, or are you talking about like you like to have one session where you do all of it? Because you know, I have one of those pull-up bars that goes in the door, and I would like every time I come in and leave the room, I'll just hit like 10 on my way out, 10 on the way in, and I don't keep track, but by the end of the day, I must be over 200. But that's because they're like so far apart from each other, I don't really get tired. Space it out to it. There you go. Why does Kaiba have such garbage ass cards, man? Ryu Kishin powered. 10 pull-ups, yeah. Just 10 on the anytime, basically during the day. I'll open that door. Oh, well, my dogs are near it right now. I don't want to disturb them. Yeah, you just during the daytime, I just put it right there on the door, and every time I pass by, I'll just hit a couple reps, like 10. Boom. I'm so disproportioned. Like, because I haven't been working out hardcore and all I do is pull-ups here at home, like my chest has gotten really flat, my shoulders are all like tiny now, but my back is fucking crazy. Like it's like the craziest back I've ever had. Like I built a better back doing pull-ups than I ever did with deadlifting. That's fucking crazy. Trap Master. Flip effect. Select one trap card on the field and destroy it. If the selected card is set, pick it up and see the card. If it's a trap card, destroy it. If it's a spell card, return it to its original position. Horrible card. Cry for you, my son. Also, if any of you have spare channel points, we are running a community channel points challenge right now. where if we can get 125,000 channel points as a community within the next, was it 9 days? Which we're pretty close. We'll have a 24-hour study stream. And I know y'all are sitting on some channel points. I know you're all sitting on some channel points. I haven't given you anything to use your channel points on in a long time. Getting real close to that commission, to the ink sketch. I appreciate y'all keeping me company this morning. We had like a, what, 3 or 4 hour stream in the middle of the night, and then I passed out for like 2 hours, now we're back. Melt this cursor. You know, my wife has to go back to work on Monday. Thankfully, she's been working from home ever since COVID started, right? But they've always had the intention of bringing her back to the office, which always pissed me off. Thankfully, her job has been hella cool during this entire cancer situation. So they're having her go back to work, but they are officially signing her on to be remote. So now I don't gotta worry about this bullshit about them trying to bring her. Because if they were trying to send her back, I'll tell her to quit. I'll be like, just quit and just be my assistant, and then I'll just make all the money. Now fuck all that. It's a fucking, like, she just answers phones and does stuff on a computer. They sent her a computer home, and she does exactly the same thing. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, a lot of jobs are like that still, right? Does anyone here know anyone who had to go back to the office after working from home, and they're just doing the same shit that they were doing at home, but in the office? Well, you know, it hurts productivity. It makes them not work as hard. Well, then fire them. If they're not working as hard, you could see their numbers. Fire them, and then hire somebody else. I don't get what's so hard about that. Like, let them work from home, but if they start slacking, fucking fire them. I don't get why that's so hard. I know the real reason is so that they can keep people in line. They can't have you happy. That's what it is. See, I'm a good employer. Every now and then, when I have somebody helping me at my artist alley table, you know, we were a bunch of partiers back in the day. And more than a few times, some of my helpers have shown up still high. And they're like, oh man, are you upset with me? I'm like, no, can you still make money? Yeah, there you go. I was like, there you go. That's it. Well, if you can't fire us, then that makes me valuable. So stop pushing my buttons. One at your current job, only one person. One works remote 2 or 3 days a week, and she's one of the division managers. And she still gets all her work done, I bet. But she's still just as efficient and gets all her work done. You're like, well, no, she was never really efficient to begin with. I was about to make a joke, but we're on Twitch. I forgot I can't make jokes like that. Just use your imagination.
Hear what I hear.
Kaiba has way more cards than Yugi. Kaiba has way more monster cards than Yugi. He used Dark Zebra at one point. It's not just a zebra, it's a dark zebra.
I cried, for I didn't think it could be true. That you and I might have always known one another, and that we could not only evoke, but conjure a place of our own, and that everywhere that has ever existed. I cried, for I didn't think it could be true. That you and I might have always known one another, and that we could not only evoke, but conjure a place of our own. For I didn't think it could be true.
Did anyone realize that Chaos Emperor Dragon looks like a chicken? And I'm not trying to be funny, it like literally looks like a chicken.
Place of our own, and that everywhere that has ever existed. I cried, for I didn't think it could be true. That you and I might have always known one another, and that we could not only evoke, but conjure a place of our own, and that everywhere. For I didn't think it could be true. That you and I might have always known one another, and that we could not only evoke, but conjure a place of our own. I cried, for I didn't think it could be true. That you and I might have always known one another, and that we could not only evoke, but conjure a place of our own, and that everywhere that has ever existed. I cried, for I didn't think it could be true. That you and I might have always known one another, and that we could not only evoke, but conjure
Trap
a place
star.
of our own. For I didn't think it could be true.
Talking about like music?
You and I might have always known one another, and that we could not only evoke, but conjure a place of our own, and that everywhere that has ever existed.
Let's shrink Beaver Warrior just a little bit
That you and I
so we
might
can
have
kind
always
of
known
balance
one
this
another,
out.
and that we could not only evoke, but conjure a place of our own.
God, how big is this file gonna be since I'm drawing all the characters on their own layer?
Surface of our dream. Now please, hear what I hear.
Probably should have organized them in alphabetical order.
Let me explain.
So I'm gonna save it and then have to make a backup copy of this to a couple of different hard drives. We don't know that. Okay. No, Yugi is well balanced. Kaiba just has like, it's because like every duel he uses a bunch of different cards. The only consistent cards that Kaiba uses, Lord of Dragons, the 3 Blue Eyes. The only monsters that he consistently uses are Lord of Dragons, the 3 Blue Eyes, XYZ, Cannon, and Sagi the Dark Clown. Like, and that's only because he uses it for Crush Card. When is your next con? My next convention is Lodi Comic Con. It's a small one-day event on May 7th in Lodi, California. It's run by the people who run Stockton Con. I like those guys a lot. So.
Let me explain.
Yeah, with Yugi, naturally you want people to get invested. It's like having a team of Pokemon, and you keep most of them on the team, you know, the whole time, so people get used to it. But with Kaiba, they could do that. I mean, Joey, I'd argue, has just as many duels as Kaiba, but he has a lot more memorable cards because he uses the same ones over and over and over. With Kaiba, it's just like they change his deck to fit whatever the situation is, to stall for time for him to bring out Blue Eyes. That's like, if you go back, that's how it is. You know, Kaiba's got Ring of Destruction though. Give me your Blue Eyes White Dragon, old man, and I'll trade you all of these.
Hey everyone, can you guys hear me? Wanted, so thank you.
Yugi is the king of games. He's friends with Duke Devlin. Duke Devlin's rich. Not Kaiba rich, but like... I mean, Kaiba's so rich he could shut down the economy of an entire city for a children's card game. Welcome to Battle City. Small business owners, get the fuck out of here. We're doing important shit. Remember when that Rare Hunter beat Joey with some fake ass Exodia cards? Actually, we're gonna swap Dark Zebra. We'll put a more recognizable monster here. So, Rabid Horseman, however, it's just Battle Lox' head. In season 1, how did Joey get his star glove thing? I remember Yugi gave Joey one of his first two. Oh, I can't remember. Because I know he didn't qualify for Duelist Kingdom. Did they steal it off somebody? They started going ham because they got a taste of how much they could make. You know, honestly, unless you know people who do conventions, it never occurs to you how much money you can make at them. Like, you're just kind of like, I'm gonna stand at my table at this fucking weeb ass show, you know? It just like I have relatives a little distant, right? Like, let's say 2 stages away. Relatives who have no concept of like that I could even make money as an artist, but they for sure had no idea the kind of dough that you could bring in at a con. So it's just kind of like people who have businesses, you know, clothing lines, you know, or pop-up shops. You take that shit to cons, man, that's crazy. Oh, they're going full time though, huh? That's pretty sweet. Link me their stuff. Sundrop Studios. Oh, I follow them. I follow them already. Consistent color palettes. Very visually appealing. This is like taking this kind of stuff to a convention with a bunch of weebs is like printing money. I have to check my messages right now since I got IG open. The Wicked Worm Beast. Oh, I forgot. Kaiba runs Luster Dragon. That card used to be the shit. You talking about an outfit for your character, or are you trying to get, like, as the kids call, a fit? Jory, thank you for coming by so early. I know you were here when we started the stream. Thank you. Oh yeah, I did not get the Sakura Khan drawing done. It just didn't happen. I got this shit going on. I tried. I just have more pressing matters. Really pressed for space on Kaiba's side. Hey, that's cool, dude. I could totally see that winning. Like the aesthetic of it. Like the aesthetic of it, I could totally see it on like a website. Like an, you know what I'm talking about? Like an anime convention website. Blade Knight.
give life to a world that's our own.
Well, I think you did a good job on that. Alright, hold on. I gotta take my dogs out. So, I'm gonna take my dogs out. And then when I come back, I'm actually gonna shut the mic off and I'm gonna go hardcore, okay? Actually, no. We'll keep doing exactly what we're doing. I'll be right back. Give me like 10 minutes. Good morning, everybody. So, I have to take care of my dogs real quick. It is their morning ritual time. Actually, it's way past their morning ritual time. I'll be back in like, let's say I'll be back in about 15 minutes. We'll consider this a little break. And then we'll finalize placing everybody on this drawing. Where is my mouse? And then we'll finalize where we're going to place everybody. And then we'll probably call it. Actually, I don't know. If we finish placing everybody, then we may as well just start doing the line art. So give me like 15 minutes. Gotta take care of the puppies. Hey, thank you for the raid. My bad. We on a little break right now. I have to take care of my puppies. Time for them to eat. I had to take them for a walk, but I'm settling back into the office and we're gonna get going in a couple minutes. All right, everyone. Let me get the puppies all settled in. The wife is asleep right now. We'll fire the cameras back up and we shall continue. What? Hey, you hear the puppies yelling at each other? Hey, go lay down. Go. Good job. Go. Go lay down. Hey, go lay down. All right, let me get the puppy settled in, and then we'll I'll get back there. Appreciate everyone's patience. Give me like 2 minutes. Okay, I think we're all settled in now to continue. Welcome to the stream, everyone. We have had a very, very long night. We're actually ahead of schedule. How about that? My goal was to have the layout done on Sunday night. Because tonight we're gonna have a traditional art stream. I have some work with Copic Marker. Big shout outs to Copic. I have some work with Copic Marker to do tonight. We're gonna be drawing an Iron Man. Actually, we're gonna be drawing 2 Iron Mans. But that's gonna be later. So my original goal was to get the layout to this done by Sunday night, and we are ahead of schedule on that. So maybe we can get the line art started on this. Oh no. Shoot. Alright, so I messed up. I missed somebody. Alright, give me a second. Damn it. Dragon Seeker? I think it's Dragon Seeker. No, we have Dragon Seeker. The world will never know who we missed. Cause that Blade Knight. Well, fuck. Man. There's no way of me knowing. All I'm telling you is it was a garbage card that nobody's gonna miss. I'll figure it out when we get to coloring and I look up references. I'll figure out who I missed, because I forgot to move one layer down. Because I did Blade Knight. And I drew another character on the same layer and I didn't name that layer. You can tell I went to take my dogs for a walk because my allergies going crazy. How many more characters are you gonna draw? I have 1, 2, 3. So including this cave dragon, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8. There's 8 left to plot. If you count the one we're doing right now. And then I'll kind of shift things around. Make sure everything is centered, which I don't think Yugi is centered. I think Yugi is pushed a little bit to the right, which is why I left a little bit of extra... Whoops. Which is why I left a little bit of extra space right here. Because I think Yugi needs to be shifted over a little bit. Okay, Kaiba, I think he won the Masked Beast Descardius from someone. I'm not gonna give Kaiba the Masked Beast Descardius. I'm not gonna do it. I will give him the Wall of Illusion, though. There's also another monster here that Kaiba had. He had pulled the card out for like, okay. During Duelist Kingdom, right? Kaiba snuck onto the island, and he was, he was caught by the guards with guns, and he threw a card to block the hammer of the gun from shooting. However that works. And this is the card. The card that he threw was just this random, really old card. He never used it in a duel. I'm not drawing it. This is not part of his deck. Plus, the artwork to that character, or the artwork to that monster, there is no full body artwork anywhere for that monster. It's only that monster's head. So, all those things considered, we're not drawing this into into this. It's this monster, by the way. Some of you might recognize that card. So the last 4 cards I have to draw are, I'm actually half and half on whether or not I should draw these cards. So in season 4 of Yu-Gi-Oh, Yugi, Kaiba, and Joey gain access to these dragon cards, and they allow Kaiba's legendary dragon can fuse with trap cards to create like a new fusion monster. Yugi's fuses with monsters, and Joey's fuses with spell cards. So what I have here is I have like a crush card virus dragon, a mirror force dragon, and there's this part of me that thinks I don't need to draw them. 1, because they're dumb. 2, their base form, which is the right here. It's gonna be up here. Okay, I will put these 4. Solely because I love Mirror Force Dragon. And that's only because I like Mirror Force, so we'll add these 4, and then we'll start the line art. Oh yeah, the whole deck builder. Does that card have support? Oh, it got like an upgraded form. I love when they do that. I love when they take like 15-year-old cards and then they not only release like an effect version of it, but like it comes with a bunch of support. I love when they do that. Alright, so next one is Mirror Force Dragon. The concept of I'm actually a fan of the concept of like being able to fuse with a trap card, because contact fusion is a thing that's been a thing for like over a decade, right? Contact fusion is where you don't need polymerization. You can just send the appropriate cards to the graveyard. I like the idea of being like, oh, if you have a mirror force that's been set on the field for 1 turn, then you could activate this card, send the mirror force to the graveyard, and then you could special summon this fusion monster from your extra deck. I think that'd be a really cool concept. They didn't follow through with it though. We have to find space for this mirror. Space. I have to find space for the Mirror Force Dragon. I assume we're gonna just put them all up here. Tyrant Burst Dragon. Tyrant Wing and Fang of Critias. Tyrant Burst Dragon. And so basically up here, because Obelisk, there's a lot of like kind of negative space. I mean, if like Obelisk, there's like a lot of blue in that area, and I'm gonna just put a bunch of the dragons around him to kind of fill in the space. I hate trap tricks. So I play this really fun deck in Master Duel. it works. I don't know why it works so well against the meta, right? It's basically the whole deck revolves around gaining life points through banishing cards and then attacking them with Injection Fairy Lily. So it's just like I've been playing that deck for years, right? But then once they released the 2 new pot cards, and you just banish 10 right away, you know, or banish 6 out the extra deck, and it speeds up the deck. So you have Soul Absorption, and then you could do the old Gold Sark play with Necroface, right? But then it's because banishing stuff is like instant. It's like instant meta breaker, right? Anyway, I'm surprised how well that deck does on Master Duel against the meta. I have a lot of replays where I get to like 60,000 life points. And then you just say you play Messenger of Peace, so they can't do anything, but Injection Fairy Lily gets around Messenger of Peace. Have some gear I gotta take off my desk real quick. Alright, so the last monster, Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon. Tyrant Burst Dragon. Oh, so this is like a double fusion. Like I said, we're not doing Dark Side Dimension. We're not doing Dark Side Dimension. We're not doing Bonds Beyond Time, and we are definitely not doing Pyramid of Light on here. No blasphemy. Let's go ahead and make a backup of this file now that I have all the monsters on here. Then I just need to create something that will... I just need to create something that will let me center this. $12,200. Oh, did I mess that up? $21,600. Oh, that's weird. That's not supposed to happen. The hell? How'd that happen? My measurements were right. $14,400. Oh wait, 7,700. Boy can't count today. There we go. Well, actually, that was pretty dead center, actually, originally. Damn, that's actually spot on. I just need to shorten Kaiba's foot. It looks off because Kaiba's foot is going to the other side. So if I trim back his leg just a little bit, it'll look better. Yeah, I just wanted to, like, you know, when you look at it, it looked a little shifted. So all I need to do is move Kaiba's foot just a little bit. There you go, just a little bit. We're not gonna like get rid of his foot. Actually, it looked better before. Just turn his foot just a little bit. Hey, Pizza, thank you for contributing to the Community Channel Points Challenge. Layout wise, I think it's pretty solid. I took a lot of care on the initial pass. So when we design these, I draw them. I'm designing these knowing that I will be selling them as prints, okay? So the composition is more poster in mind than like a normal piece of art, right? So go ahead and save it. And we'll just start the line work. Fuck it. We'll just start. We're gonna start on Kaiba's side because Kaiba has the boring monsters. We'll get that out of the way and then we'll do Yugi's, okay? Because Yugi's is more fun. We'll save that to the end. Hey, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Oh, that's fire. When we turn this into a print, oh my god. You also have to remember that there will be, which I should apply this right now, there will be a white border around it. So let's take care of that right now. You know, no. We'll do the full drawing, and then we will have it completely done, and then we'll, you know, when it's all done, we'll flatten everything into one layer, and then that's when we'll do the white border. Oh, we're doing Kaiba first. Remember when I said I was going to do everything on different layers? I think I lied. I just can't. This is too much. I don't want to do it. I will have Yugi's on a different layer than Kaiba's though. We'll call that fair. So the resolution on this drawing is 14,400 by 21,000. In case anyone's wondering. But pre-sized to be 24 inches by 36 inches. So we discussed this the other day. You know, my art style. I don't know if anyone has ever noticed, but there's a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! In my art style. You know, especially when I'm doing traditional art. The way I draw eyes, the way I manage my line weight. Yo, hey everybody, thank you for contributing to the community channel points challenge. I'm actually looking forward to doing a 24-hour stream with y'all. It's been too long. However, we could argue that with how much I've been working lately, these may as well be 24-hour streams. They feel like it. See, this is gonna be fun because with Yu-Gi-Oh! You can go crazy with the line weight. You can go crazy with the spot blacks. And it's like, it's on model when you do that. You in the Discord, we have a section in the Discord where you could share your art. Yeah, for those who don't know, we have a pretty active Discord where you could share your artwork, you could share things that you have in progress right now. Hey, thank you for the follow. I share all my stuff to the Discord first before I share it anywhere else. Hell yeah, we're starting the line work. Let's just do it. We're ahead of schedule. We are where I was scheduled to be Sunday night. And it's Saturday morning. I do, however, have a video game date night with the wife today. So once she wakes up, it's we're gonna hang out. We're gonna play Binding of Isaac. We used to be obsessed with that game. I didn't know that there was a like an expansion pack released for it. I think it was 2021 or something like that. I can't, but yeah, so now we're just like, oh, there's like new things going on. But I do have to do, so we're gonna hang out and play that game for a little bit, but then I do have to do a traditional art live stream tonight. I'm gonna be working on some Iron Man commissions. Well, what's giving you issues exactly? Is it just not looking right? Or do you have the image in your head and is it that you have the design in your head, you can't get it down the page right, or you can't think of a design? Ooh, the Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia fight is tonight. I don't know who here are boxing nerds. Oh, coming up with a design is tough. My dog is giving me the puppy eyes, and she's whining. So I think she has to go use the restroom again. Let me go take care of her. Then I shall return. Nope, never mind. She just laid down and went to sleep. Okay. Sensitivity is tripping out. Yeah, there's no sensitivity on my brush right now. It's just 100%. What the hell's going on? If anyone is good at Clip Studio Paint, why have I lost sensitivity in my brush all of a sudden? Oops. Yeah. What's going on with this very expensive tablet? We'll make it work. Dozing off over here. Dozing off and no pressure sensitivity for my tablet. So how about this? I'm actually going to go ahead and take like another 2-hour nap. We're going to end the stream, restart the computer, check my drivers, because I'm not going to be able to do this without pressure sensitivity on my tablet anyway. So this is the perfect opportunity. It's a good ending point. Considering we're starting the line art, right? Thank you everybody for hanging out. If you have any channel points, throw them up into the community channel points challenge now. You can link to my Discord in the chat right there. And yeah, I will see y'all in a few hours, okay? Thank you all for hanging out.